Team Grind, how you living? It's Kid Ready Kid, now back on that rush video. The video I'm for right to is Julia Bud versus Cris Cyborg. If you find my channel first time, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share this on social media. Follow me on Instagram, @radio2.kid_. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you react to next, man. Shout out to all the shout out ninjas out there. I also have a cash app. We'll donate to the cash app channel. Link for the description below. Who I think is gonna win this fight, man? Cris Cyborg. Cris Cyborg is still one of the best women's fighters on the planet. She hit hard like a freight train. Boxing still on point. Takedown defense still on point. Julia Bud, be honest with you, I don't know too much about Julia Bud, but you know, I'm going with Cris Cyborg. And also shout out to Cyborg Nation. Shout out to Coach Sheldon Harrison, the best MMA platform on the planet. Yeah, I need to catch up on these reactions. So the reason I ain't been reacting so much because, like I said, my web camera, it only works sometimes, but it feel like working. But I need to catch up on these reaction videos. You know, whatever I get a chance, you know, I'm gonna give me a new camera, a new mic system. You know, y'all want to help out, you know. Cash App, you know, link in the description. But enough of this talking, man. Let's get to the video.
These are two of the greatest of all time. This is why they fight. Michael C. Williams. For 5-minute rounds.
Ready to fight. Ready to fight. Let's go.
Here we go. Cyborg in the blue gloves. Bud in the red gloves. To the body early. Not a bad move by Julia. You saw Cris push her towards the cage, and right away Julia gets the clinch, turns her into the cage. This is where she needs to be. This is what Ilima-Lei Macfarlane was talking about. Lean on her early, put her in the clinch, make her work, try to wear her down. And when you talk about a physical matchup, Julia Bud matches up physically, Josh, with Cris Cyborg, maybe as well as anybody she's ever faced.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Make sure you don't get hit shots with shots like that.
And make sure you don't take the knee on the way out, right?
Nice exit by Cris and beautiful trip takedown. Being on the bottom is not a good thing for Julia. She doesn't have that bottom game where she's real dangerous. She is a top game fighter.
Cris Cyborg, believe it or not, has never won by submission. They're back up.
How often do you see someone just pop up like that? That's the physical size of Julia Bud, able to get back to her feet against Cyborg.
It was very impressive when you think about how she did that.
This is where Julia Bud needs to keep the fight high up on the underhook, against the fence, doing work, knee in the legs, slowing Cyborg down. Don't try to force the takedown.
All of this time, to me, this is what we talked about, Josh. This is important for Julia because every second that she's in there with Cris, she'll get more and more confident. Yes, I'm the champion. She's the one that everyone's saying is the GOAT. I need to prove to myself I can be in this fight. I am better than her. And every second that she's in there, she's telling herself more and more, yes, this is mine.
I asked her, win, lose, or draw, would your career have been complete if you did not have a fight against Cris Cyborg? She said, no way. She's had goals that have nothing to do with the belt, but those goals have led her to become a world champion. Now she faces arguably the greatest of all time in Cris Cyborg.
And this type of fight, right, ruling style of fight.
The title holder for nearly 3 years, Julia Bud, 3 minutes into this fight.
Cris landed a very nice knee to the body there.
Big right hand by Julia. She stepped in.
The slip by Cyborg after the kick.
Or that triangle strike. Get that other hand inside. She needs to pull her arm out. Get the head out.
It is not in a position right now where she's in trouble. That has got a lot of space. But Julia needs to be careful. That posturing of the head would be very important right now. Going for the arm.
She needs to stack her. She needs to keep her stacked. Nice stroke of the head.
Beautiful job by Julia. Remain calm. Slides to the side.
Nice job on the crossface, keeping her back flat to the mat.
Yeah, she needs to get that hip down.
She's a switcher hips actually towards her legs. Stay and face her. Chest down. See, the problem is for a lot of people is they stay up on their knees. They need to actually just lay flat, put their hips over their face.
Good goal for
Julia Bud
continues to apply pressure. The knee.
She was trying to knee the shoulder. She
Come on over here, guys. Let's go.
had absolutely,
Right on the button, John.
right on the button.
Cris shakes it off. The fight continues.
Like it's nothing.
Yep.
Gotta love Cris Cyborg. She's just here to fight.
And she comes out swinging after that. Heavy leg kick. 45 seconds left in round one.
Oh,
She fires away.
big right hand by Cris. This is where Cris becomes very dangerous. On top, she is explosive.
Julia Budd needs to control the posture of Cris Cyborg right here.
She's doing that. She's doing a good job. Nice and relaxed.
She can't start.
20 seconds left in the round, so she just really honestly, well, she's done a good job in this round. She needs to maybe try to create a little bit of space, try to get her back to the fence, or she can just hold for the rest of the round.
Well, she has done a good job, but she just took a shot to put her on her butt.
The up kick from Julia Budd. Some hammer fists from Cyborg. Round one in the books. Defeated Marlos Kunin to become the inaugural Bellator Featherweight World Champion. Big John, who gets round one.
No, it was a very close round, but there were some things that happened in that, and I give Cris Cyborg round one, 10-9.
And she comes out extremely aggressive here at the beginning of round number two.
Nice job going behind. Julia tried to get that Uchimata. Did not work. Cris slipped right behind her.
Take a look at the striking efficiency in round number one.
And that's the difference. That's why Cris Cyborg won that round 10-9 on my scorecard. She just landed the better shots overall. But again, this is not a sprint. It can be that marathon, and you get into the fifth round, all that work that Julia's trying to do, that will add up.
Cris Cyborg scheduled for 5 rounds, 13 times. Julia scheduled for 5 rounds, 4 times. Beginning with that title fight, of course, that we talked about with Marlos Kunin. Rarely have either of them gone the full 25.
Julia getting opened up a little bit as far as her hands are starting to flail out to the side. She needs to be careful.
In big fights like this, sometimes what you'll see, and especially in a 5-round fight, you'll see the fighters come out, you'll see one of them kind of have an adrenaline dump. And if you saw that in the first round, now we're seeing a little bit of this round with Julia Budd. If she, I think, can get to the third round, she'll catch that second win. End of the second, into the third is generally when you guys start to catch your second win.
Some of the things they're doing, and you see how they're putting their arms, bracing out, framing out like Julia just did, and Cris just crushes it.
Julia's worried too much a little bit about the striking when she should be worried about getting an underhook and elevating it and turning
her.
Cyborg to the fence. Now what she needs to do, there she goes. She needs to circle her back off the fence so she doesn't end up there again. So I'm trying to circle back to the center so she can put Cyborg's back to the fence. She's breathing pretty heavy right now. You see her mouth is open.
Both of them are breathing kind of heavy. I think it is. There's so much pressure. There is an adrenaline dump, and you've got to get through that.
That's a nice little push kick there. I think, to me, I feel like that's a better use of her tools against Cyborg. Keeps her further away, so there's less chance of her closing that distance and landing a big punch.
Julia's making a mistake. That arm is getting up around the head instead of shooting for that underhook.
That's the strength there of Julia Budd. Cyborg tried to take her down. The champ trying to work in the clinch. 90 seconds on the clock here, round number 2.
You see Ed Root there in her corner trying to whisper her, tell her to lift the underhook.
Exactly. Let him hold the head, get that underhook. That's going to get your position.
What's Yaroslav Amazov saying?
Try to understand, it's in Russian.
And what you're seeing, Cris is starting to win the positioning war. You're seeing Julia having mistakes as far as bringing her hand up high over the head. She needs to always work towards getting that underhook. That's what's going to work for her.
Good shots Can Cyborg couple of knees from that clinch position? Under a minute on the clock.
So take a step back and get out of range.
A decade ago,
there it is again.
Julia Budd said, I was a kickboxer with no grappling, no wrestling, no other martial arts experience. Both of these women have complete games, shooting for the takedown right on cue.
Nice on that smash single. What she needs to do, she needs to pull her away and step behind or get her feet moving.
Another good knee from Cris Cyborg, John.
Nice response. You see that Cris not only fought off the takedown, but left her with the reminder of you don't want to. Nice little take, a beautiful kick to the body. A lot of people, are going to wonder, oh, can you do? Absolutely, that is a grounded fighter. You can kick him to the body. A nice job by Cris Cyborg with the knee inside. Here was that takedown tip, and look at the knee. She makes her pay with the knee up high and the kick to the body. That is
saying you have got to believe in yourself. Big John, your scorecard.
Scorecard at this point, I have. If that illegal knee didn't happen, it's very possible she could have won that round.
Yeah, because then she got taken down after that, and it just looks bad, I think, in the judgment. It was that close in the first round. Second round, I had her losing as well.
And one of the things you were talking about, Mike, is her husband, Lance Gibson. I did hear Julia's title fight against Marloes Cohen, and he had to be a cheerleader throughout that entire fight because in certain ways, even though she was winning the fight, she just didn't believe that she could beat Marloes, that pioneer of MMA. And she's got to get past the mystique of Cris Cyborg here tonight to get this win.
Well, he just played very mean, angry cheerleader a moment ago.
He knows her.
Yes, he does. Better than anyone. Stepson Lance Jr., also a Bellator fighter, in Julia's corner tonight.
That's what the underhook does. You get the underhook, and look at how she turns her onto the fence.
I'd like to see Julia start putting her forehead up underneath Cris Cyborg and lifting and elevating it up, making her look to the ceiling and the lights. What that does, that stretches the body out and then opens up the knees to the body as well.
Lance Jr. told us with all the training with his stepmom that, and I quote, she basically ripped my arm off. And she is that strong. And looks to have Josh regained her composure and maybe some momentum after that adrenaline dump that you talked about.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, this is a huge stage. Huge. Doesn't matter who. For both women. Yeah, for both women. For Cyborg, it's her first fight in Bellator. And, you want to perform. You want to show that the money you signed for is the money that you deserve. Cyborg, this is not Cyborg. I have to say it again, Cyborg. So all she had to do is, as John was saying, as the fight goes on, she should be gaining more and more confidence. That's all her husband was trying to remind her.
It's exactly it. Do you believe in yourself or not? It's mental at this point.
One of the hardest things, if you're Cris Cyborg, is you're always that one with the target. And Julia Budd being the champion, she had that target on her with every other person. Now she finally had to have someone that she could put a target on. Putting it on, Cris Cyborg saying, I'm going to prove that I can beat you. That's something that's good for your motivation in the fight.
Close guard. Under 2 minutes left in round 3.
What she needs to do is put her feet on the hips. She doesn't want to be underneath her like this. Now put the feet on the hips and kick her back. Get up from there. You cannot afford to hang out with this guard.
Under 2 minutes left in round 3.
What she needs to do is put her feet on the hips. She doesn't want to be underneath her like this. Now put the feet on the hips and kick her back. Get up from there. You cannot afford to hang out with your hands behind your head like
you're always that one with the target. And Julia Budd being the champion, she had that target on her with every other person. Now she finally had to have someone that she could put a target on. Putting it on, Cris Cyborg saying, I'm going to prove that I can beat you. That's something that's good for your motivation in the fight.
Close guard. Under 2 minutes left in round 3.
What she needs to do is put her feet on the hips. She doesn't want to be underneath her like this. Now put the feet on the hips and kick her back. Get up from there. You cannot afford to hang out with your hands behind your head like she's doing right now. I hate seeing fighters do that. It drives me absolutely crazy because that's a jiu-jitsu move. You see top jiu-jitsu guys sometimes do that like, I'm so good on the bottom, I don't have to worry about you passing my guard. In the meantime, she just just missed her punch and she had missed her opportunity to get back to her feet.
And she just passed her guard.
Yes, right into side control.
Good spot for Cris Cyborg. Bad spot for Julia Budd with a lot of time remaining here in round 3.
Cris kind of got her head stuck a little bit. Just got it out. Side control here. Nice body attack by Cris.
Both women have only been defeated twice in their professional careers. Cris Cyborg in her professional debut 14 plus years ago, and then to Amanda Nunes.
You see that grittiness of Cris Cyborg. She's putting her hand over her face. She's making sure she's restricting her breathing. She's driving her forehead across her forearm.
Here's Cris throwing those shots. Beautiful catch of the leg, takes her down. And when she takes her down, gets to side control, lands big elbows to the body, shots to the face, and then gets mount and starts unloading. And you got to look, if it wasn't the end of the round, how much more could Julia Budd take?
Championship round.
Ready to fight? You ready to fight? Let's go.
The champ in the red gloves, the challenger in the blue gloves. Cyborg's corner, and John, I'm sure you agree, says she is up 3-love.
No doubt up 3-love. I give it a 10-8 round at the end because Julia Budd was in a bad position, taking shots, was being dominated, got damaged. Give her 10-8.
Her husband Lance said, "Do not kick." And what is she? Her first 2 kicks, her first 2 partner strikes is kicks.
Yeah.
Fingers. Julia Budd needs to keep that belief, that mentality that she can come back in this fight. And at this point, to win, finish Cris Cyborg, who has landed 101 punches through 3 rounds.
Basically doubling what Julia's been able to put out.
Nice chop to bottom. There's some more. Look at that. He's in trouble on this one. And the knees, more hands.
He is in trouble, Mike.
Big trouble.
Big shot again.
This is the Cyborg that we have watched.
Body shot heard.
And it is all over. Cris Cyborg.
Wow, that was a dominating performance, man. Only time the fight even looked remotely close is in the clinch. In the clinch, they seem to be quite even, but Cris Cyborg turned it around. Julia Budd could not strike with Cris Cyborg at all. Yeah, Cris Cyborg took it. Congratulations, Cris Cyborg, on being the new female featherweight, betterweight, Bellator champion. Well, never. That's in this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share this on social medias. Remember, every season's grind, see the underground takeover, man. Let's get it.